Basically, Frank was making up a lot of weird claims. Like, most of them seemed like lies about why he was gone for so long. He was talking about how his business partner tried to, I don't know, take advantage of him, but what it sounded like was he wasn't able to pay any of his employees because I guess he wasn't making enough money, or maybe he's just, I don't know, an idiot and figured he could get away with it or something for a while. But anyway, Frank has made a lot more videos since then. He's shoveling out content like normal, so we're going to go through all of his most recently uploaded videos.
Well, unironically, after I spend about $600 to fix my 2001 Ford Taurus, we are not so lucky. And, you know, on a car that's only worth $1,000, 2001 Ford Taurus, even though the mileage is relatively low, around 90,000 now, there's no way this isn't going to be totaled. You know, to replace the bumper, the hood, all the damage in here, you know, even if it's minor, there is...
Let's look that up. 2001 Ford Taurus. I kind of have, yeah, okay, yeah, they're pretty cheap. So there are some ones with lower mileage that are around 2,650. This is in Canadian dollars, by the way, too. So keep that in mind. I think he's around correct, maybe. Like, I guess in American dollars, most 2001 Ford Tauruses are going to go for around, like, probably 1,000 to 2,000. Why would he spend $600 repairing a car like that? He's claimed that he has a day job too. Like, he has his YouTube channel, he has a day job where he claimed he was making $50,000 a year. And he has the Frankie's free range meat thing. Why wouldn't you just get like a newer kind of used car that's not like ridiculously expensive, but just a newer used car? If this is such a piece of shit, like, okay, paying half the value of the car to repair it seems a little stupid. Pretty weird.
There's no way this is going to be any less than $2,000 or $3,000. So I guess this is just going to be a matter of how much of a check the insurance company wants to write me for this hunk of crap. You know, I bought new snow tires for the car. It's a little dented, but, you know, for a 20-year-old car, you know, it's in really good shape, and I was hoping to drive it for, you know, another year or two.
What?
Save up some money for a new car. So it's Saturday, end of February, I don't know the exact date, and this is actually the day before I was planning on filming a video for the Monday, just to like return to YouTube hopefully. And I'm going to be posting this after that video because I don't want, you know, this to be, you know, the first video that you guys see. But it kind of is a testament to how everything's been going lately. You know, I'm kind of just, you know, so disappointed and over everything. I wasn't even paying attention on the highway. You know, I actually told myself, you know, because I wasn't really focused, you know, that I probably shouldn't drive. I should probably take a cab or something home and then...
So, okay, I think I know what fucking happened. Frank has done live streams and he shot videos where he was in the car talking. What probably happened was he figured, oh, okay, cool, like, I guess I'll film a video of me, you know, driving and talking about all the stuff that's happened lately, and then I'll upload that. He probably was filming, and he got distracted by his camera or yapping too much or something, and then he fucking crashed. That's what it sounds like. Or he was just being an idiot and he was on his cell phone. But it sounds like, yeah, he was probably filming, and then he got distracted and crashed.
Not do anything else today, but unfortunately I decided I had to drive over to Queens to drop something off, which is, you know, normal. I usually drive around the boroughs a couple times a week, and this time I was going maybe 30 or 40 miles per hour on the Whitestone Bridge, and that connects the Bronx to Queens. I don't really know if the guy stopped short, but The lane to the left of me was clear. The lane to the right of me was clear. Just the lane I happened to be in was going slow. And since I wasn't paying attention, I hit the guy going like maybe 25, 30 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I hit my brakes, but the 2001 Ford Taurus. If it was a new car, I wouldn't have gotten in an accident because...
Cool story, bro. Oh my god, that's the biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard. So he wasn't paying attention. This is the dumbest fucking video to upload if you're trying to get a claim from your insurance company. Oh my god, that's so fucking stupid. Why would you incriminate yourself? So he has to... Yeah, so like if it's determined that you're the one at fault, then you're probably going to have to pay a bigger deductible, I'd imagine. But even then, still, your rates are going to go up. Like, why would he admit guilt like that? What a dumbass.
Even if I hit the brakes as late as I did, they would have actually worked. But, going downhill in that heavy car, two-wheel drive, snow tires, just rained. Car wasn't going to stop in time, unfortunately. So you guys heard yesterday, I've
That's
been down
such horseshit.
every day trying to keep Frankie's Streams meet up and running, and this is just going to make things a little...
Yeah, notice the narcissism here? How, okay, like, I'm the one who hit him, but it's not my fault. It was the car's fault. Like, oh yeah, it's an old car, the brakes don't work, it was raining, snow tires. Yeah, dude, like, most people kind of adjust their driving based on their vehicle and the conditions. Like, if your brakes aren't quite as good as, like, I don't know, a modern car or having new brakes and the weather isn't that great, yeah, most people adjust their driving, so they go slower, they brake sooner, they pay more attention. I love how we can't admit, oh yeah, I was being stupid.
A little more difficult. Hopefully my dad lets me drive his car a couple days. I don't know if I should rent a car or if I should just... obviously I have to find a new car as soon as possible. But until that happens, I need something to drive every day. It's not like I'm hanging out at home doing nothing. I guess we could take another look at the car damage. I honestly don't have enough mechanical knowledge to know if, it would be safe to drive this car another 40, 50 miles. Now, judging by how, the whole block here is hidden, I would guess no. I don't really think any fluid's leaking out of the bottom. I don't see anything. Everything is kind of jacked up in here. It wasn't just, the hood. It did, kind of dent everything back. This, over here. So with my limited mechanical knowledge, car definitely isn't safe to drive.
Even if it was, the cops would stop you for sure. Karen, he's just an absolutely baffling human being. Like, he still has a pretty small channel. I think his subs are still going up, but in terms of viewership, his views have been stagnant since, like, he created his channel. But yeah, he's like the only small channel where if I make a video on them, it gets, like, usually the videos get a lot of views. It's just because he's an absolutely baffling human. It's weird. I've never come across somebody who's just so bizarre.
With my slightly higher knowledge of body damage from past accidents, definitely need to buy a new car because the insurance company is not going to fix this. I don't know what they're actually going to value the car at, to be honest. Either way, they're not going to fix it. But, outside of the...
Yeah, no shit, they're not going to bother to fix a shitty old car like this.
It's in really, really
good shape. Repairs are going to cost more than the actual car.
Take this for another 100,000 miles, well, maybe 50,000 miles. I just replaced, the struts. Look, these struts here, this is all new. I just replaced all the front brakes. It's all new inside. I replaced the...
What? What the fuck? He literally just said, oh, the brakes are old, they don't work. He literally just said he replaced the fucking brakes so the car works better. And then he blamed the fucking brakes on the accident. What? Oh my god, he can't even, like, stick to his own story. My boyfriend calls those kind of people that don't wear...
Ball joints, I replaced, the power steering pump. I just put, $700 into this car at the worst time possible, but it's whatever. This is kind of weird because I got an email from Cars and Bids yesterday which I didn't realize I even signed up for. And they were selling a car that I was looking for a while because it's actually the lowest EMF car. It's a 1981 Mercedes 300D.
What? Lowest EMF car? 1981 Mercedes. Wait. What was it?
Selling a car that I was looking for a while. It's a 1981 Mercedes 300D.
What kind of absolute fucking dumbass would get a car like this? Like, and what does he mean, the lowest EMF car? Like, what, it doesn't have a radio in it? Like, Frank, you can just pull the radio or the stereo out of any car, dude. Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Frank probably got impatient and changed lanes when some person was already going fast in the lane he was trying to merge into.
I think you meant slow in the lane that he was trying to merge into. It's possible, but I like the way he explained it, since like he was talking about how this was supposed to be the first video he was going to upload to his channel or something. I think he was trying to film a video while he was driving, and he even talked about how he wasn't really paying attention, and then he got into the accident. So no, I think he was trying to film a video or do something stupid while driving, and then he got into an accident. I think that's what happened. Like, you know, it could be the case that he was trying to merge into a lane, but he was going too fast, and the car in front of him was going slow, and he's being impatient. But no, I think he was trying to film a video, and then he just crashed. But thanks, Selection.
But there's actually a 250D model as well, which is lower horsepower, and they had this all-stock Mercedes.
Yeah.
250D available for sale. I think it ended up going for $12,000, and it only had like 30,000 miles, which actually wasn't that bad. It's just, you know, a 250D isn't a safe car to really drive now. Even the 300D would be kind of risky. I mean, the 0 to 60 of the 300D might be close to my 2001 Ford Taurus, but you know, compared to most cars now, it's not really safe merging on a highway in, you know, a 1980s diesel vehicle. But I'm gonna go look online.
Would it even be legal to drive that just because of the emission standards? Like, especially it being a diesel. Like, that doesn't even sound like you could actually drive. Like, have that pass an emissions test.
And later to see if there are any diesel trucks available around that year with low mileage that are close to me. I just, you know, buying a car was the last thing I planned on doing at this point in time. I mean, can I go to the junkyard,
he uploaded this video.
Get a hood, get the front left headlight? I don't really know. It looks like there's too much interior damage. No, I bet if you did a really ghetto job of fixing this, like you went to the junkyard, you parted out the front bumper, the headlight, the hood, you know, it probably only cost you a few $100s in parts, but I can't imagine the amount of labor to take all this apart. It probably wouldn't even be worth it. I would guess this is at least, you know, 15, 20, 30 hours of
They're all grandfathered, okay.
Take the hood off, take the bumper off, take the headlight off, just put everything on. You know, the only thing I'm really worried about is buying a new car, and by new car I mean a used car, because there's no way I'm actually buying a brand new car, and then having mechanical issues with that one. And you know, I always told myself that I'm not gonna buy a nice car until I go for a year or two without getting into an accident in New York City. But this is like the second major accident I've been in my entire life. Or well, third major accident where the car is basically totaled, and you're getting close to 30 now, which I don't think is too bad. The other accidents that prevented me from
That's
getting
pretty
a car,
bad, dude. Holy shit, if you've only been driving for 10 years and you've already totaled 3 cars, yeah, that's pretty bad.
were just like fender benders. Like if I bumped into a car or someone scratched my car, I would count that as like, all right, I obviously.
That's basically totaling a car every 3 years. Every 3 years you have a car, you get into such a bad accident that it's like a write-off. It's done.
Don't want to buy the car, but just, working down here, not sleeping that well, tired all the time. I didn't eat today. Just not too enthusiastic. It's bound to get into some accidents. So it's been about an hour. I called up insurance company, tow company, body shop, and I found out that I don't have collision insurance on this vehicle. So I'm under my parents' umbrella policy. This is actually, registered in my dad's name. So
he doesn't even have his own insurance. Frank, what are you, a fucking 8-year-old? What the fuck? He's 30 and he doesn't even pay for his own fucking car insurance? And he lives with his parents still? What the fuck is going on with this guy? What the shit?
I didn't know the specifics on the policy, and then when I called them up, they told me, hey, you don't have collision insurance on that vehicle, which basically means you're not covered. So what's going to happen is they're going to send this car to the body shop. They're going to tell me it's something crazy like $3,000 to fix it, which is worth more than the car. So I, at least I'm not out that much money. The car is worth, maybe $1,000, $1,500, and then just the few $100s I invested to fix it a couple of weeks ago. The only issue is, for me to find a car at $1,000, $2,000 that's this reliable is incredibly unlikely. I'm probably gonna have to spend money I don't have.
Why is he going on about this?
So
it's so weird. Why would he upload this?
There's probably...
Does he just upload this sort of shit for pity or something? Like he thinks people will feel sorry for him or some crap? I'm surprised too this video didn't get massively downvoted. Weird. Sorry for the car, but I'm very pleased Frank is returning to YouTube. He's literally the last YouTuber I watch on YouTube. The issues you are having are reminiscent of what life is like for a young, ambitious male of your age. Expect more obstacles like this for the remainder of your life and keep going, you'll be fine. Okay, so Frank's entire audience are mentally disabled children. Okay.
Some internal damage, so even if we could go to a junk shop and get the bumper, the hood, and the headlamp, it's just not worth it at this point. Tow truck's here, so I guess we'll wrap this up. So it's Wednesday of the next week. The crash was 5 days ago on Friday. I went down on Monday to look at the Taurus, see what the damage was. And
yeah, Frank's my age. He's 29.
It was dark outside. I couldn't really see, the inside of the hood too well. And at that mechanic shop, super bright, super sunny. Took one look. Whole radiator holder was cracked. The suspension, car is definitely totaled. They can't fix the Taurus, so I guess this is the end of Frankie Boy's 2001 Ford Taurus. Tomorrow I'm going to go down, give them the title of the car. I'm going to salvage it for maybe $500. I could get the snow tires taken off and sell the other tires. It's just not really worth, what are they worth? 100, 150 bucks. And then I got to negotiate with the salvage yard, get the tires off down there. But it's not worth it. Over this week, though, I had to rent a car. So behind me, I have 2021 Chevy Malibu. And guys, after driving a 2001 Ford Taurus going into a 2021 Chevy Malibu, you feel like you're in a race car. Granted, I had a headache most of the time because there's actually an antenna in the car. It has its own Wi-Fi hotspot. And that's the problem with newer cars is the EMF level.
So this is complete bullshit. Frank is literally insane. He's suffering from a mental disorder. I can't remember the technical term, but there's actually a mental disorder where people believe that they're under the influence of EMF when they're not. This is being extensively researched. There has never been one single case of somebody being able to reliably determine whether or not they're actually under the influence of EMF. I remember there's a bunch of studies conducted where they got people, they had them next to an EMF emitter, and then they asked them, okay, is the machine on? Is the machine off? Are you experiencing headaches now? One study, they didn't have any EMF emitter in the room, and they actually made sure that it was in a shielded area, so no EMF was present. And all of the test subjects said, oh yeah, oh my God, I feel a headache now and all this crap. It's just in your head. Like, this is so bullshit. Frank, if you're actually able to reliably detect EMF, and each time you're around like some sort of EMF emission device, like, I don't know, Wi-Fi hotspot, and you get headaches, you are literally the only person on the planet that can do that. So I'd love for Frank to actually get studied. I think it's a medical marvel, and he should be submitted as like some sort of case report and have this actually be studied. Because, Frank, if you're able to do this, you'd literally be the only person on the planet who can reliably detect EMF. So this is just total horseshit.
The magnetic, electric, as well as radio frequency fields can be very, very, very high. So I've been looking for an older car, and I already got one. This is a 2009 Honda CR-V complete steel, 53,000 miles. I paid $8,000 for it. $8,000. These retail for $25K.
So I'm not understanding why Frank is living with his parents, not even paying rent, not paying for insurance on his own fucking car, and then like he can just buy a new car for $8,000. Why are his parents so insanely accommodating to him? It's kind of strange. I don't even know if he paid for it. Maybe if it was his parents.
That's like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, that has low mileage, usually paying about 40 to 50% of the new price car. This was 1/4. This was by far the best deal out of any low mileage car I saw online. By far. If you look up 2009 Honda,
oh my God,
over the next year or so. So I'm excited. I'm going to get the plates this weekend. I did really want to get a nicer car, in the name of the business, but the way things are going financially now, and the chances of something happening to the car in the Bronx, I figured this was perfect. It's 4-wheel drive, it's safe, the heat works. Oh, that's the other thing. The 2001 Taurus, the heat didn't work. A luxury vehicle, but bye-bye.
That was a completely pointless video to upload. I don't know what he thought uploading that, but okay, thanks for the weird shit. So this is